I had just taken a job at WLBC, which has been the flagship station for Ball State radio play-by-play for, gosh, over 50 years. I went to work at the radio station in a sales capacity, but I was really interested in high school sports primarily and also Ball State. And so by that time, I'd been at the radio station, this had been late 80s, for probably 5 or 6 years. And Ball State had a kind of a revolving door for the PA voice for men's basketball, and primarily had been students. Earl Yestingsmeyer, who was at the time was a sports information director, I approached Earl and said I knew they were going to be looking for a PA guy, and I said, hey, would it be possible for me to do PA? And he said, sure, if you want to do it. I mean, there was really not a tryout process, and he did ask, he said, have you ever done it before? And I said, no, and he said, well, we'll teach you the ropes. Did news, I was a DJ, I was doing sports, and kind of hit that point where I had to either decide, do I want to move someplace else in the country? And that was kind of the career path. If you wanted to move up, you had to move out. And my family was here, my wife's family was here, and we decided we wanted to stay. And so Muncie's my home, and has always been my home. I really never wanted to leave. One of the things I try to do is not do the same thing the same way every single time. For instance, when a foul is called and someone's going to the free throw line, sometimes it's, Sean Sellers heads to the free throw line to shoot two. Other times it's Sellers to the charity stripe, he's going to shoot a pair. Over the years, they've just sort of become part of the DNA of doing it. So keeping that fresh and mixing that up a little bit, there's an art and a science to that. I'm usually on autopilot for the most part now because 32 years later, it's a second nature.
And forward, a 6'6" senior from Greensburg, Indiana, number 34, Sean Sellers!
Certainly out of this more recent crop, I've gotten to know Sean Sellers better than some of the other players. Last year, Sean came out during our CBC golf outing. So I had offered to volunteer, but we got to spend about 6 hours together, and I learned all about his background and his family life and everything like that, and he's a great young man. Watching freshmen come in, seeing their potential, and then watching them come through all 4 years at Ball State and then graduate, seeing them reach that potential. To a certain extent, the players have sort of been my kids too. It's still a rush. It's still fun when the lights go down and we do the starting lineups. When somebody gets a dunk or hits a critical three, you still get that adrenaline rush, so it's awesome. Started in '86, and 32 years later, I'm still fortunate enough to do it.
Get on your feet and make some noise! Let's meet the Papa John starting lineup for your Ball State Cardinals! Starting at guard, a 6'3" junior from Kokomo, Indiana, number 2, Taylor Parsons! Junior from Louisville, Kentucky, number 24, Jay from Greensburg, Indiana, number 34, Sean Sellers! All right, Cardinal fans, it's game time!